Well, we had a good ride today on the 441, and did the highway pretty well at 60, 65, 70, and kept up with the traffic and the trucks and stayed out of trouble. I'm going to have to make a puller for here with the threaded screws, and then the center in a piece of steel flat bar, I guess, and get this sprocket off because it is sort of tight on there. And it is not free to move off. I tried a little bit of tapping and stuff, but it didn't work. This, I'm not sure. There's no threading on the inside of this, so pulling this hub off, I'm going to have to consult somebody on that before I attempt that, because that is also pretty tight on there. It does have a bit of flex, which I noticed. I'm not sure what's flexing, but that might be normal until it's all buttoned up, because it does have the receiving end in the outer cover, unlike the 441 clutch. So it's a bit of a learning curve here, but I'm keeping up with it, I think. So these nuts came off with the Ingersoll Rand impact driver, AC power, and the small air gun wasn't enough, even though I tried with 100 psi. I did heat this to cherry. First I heated the outer one to see if I could expand it, and then I heated the inner one to see if I could push it, and burned off all the penetrating oil, but it is locked in there solid. It is not coming off, I don't think. Although it is moving in the back, and this little button in the groove is moving as well here. So I'm going to take a hacksaw and I'm going to try to hacksaw this nub off and then see if I can move the shaft more or rotate it out of this slot. Now I did notice that this is a milled groove on this, and on the Triumph it is basically a cutout slot. So I'm just wondering if that's going to be a problem replacing this, and if all the 4 speeds are milled rather than cut straight through. So we're going to work on this. Once I get this off this side, then I think I am going to have to zip cut off this, and then cut off the forks to get these shafts out, because I really don't want to put an impact driver on this and twist this and force stress on this. And this is moving freely as well, but being held in. So once this fork is off the lower, I might be able to pull this out and remove the lay shaft, I think, with a bit of jiggling, because cutting that one in there is going to require a lot more zip cutting to get down to that point. The blade will cut past the cam plate boss here, so it can shear off that, but I won't cut off that side. But that would mean that I could almost cut the fork finger off of this one and then remove the lay shaft or the main shaft. And the teeth are chipped here, I think, on a couple of gears, so I'm not too sure, but I'm not sure that I would want to use these gears again anyways. They might be okay, who knows, but they're not freeing up on the actual shaft itself, so more challenges. The oil filter was quite clean, and it was there. I tried to put on the T150 stator, but it's a lot narrower than the R3 stator, so we'll be using the R3 stator after we repair the wires on it and redo them.